Time to your source for research, innovation, news, insights, and commentary. Research Business Daily Report, where we're sponsored by 4i, the leader in insights and analytics transformation. Today we're going to focus on client department actions, and we'll start with some non-actions. Experts are saying an important thing is not happening inside many client companies. We told you about the latest Duke University Fuqua School of Business study of CMOs a few weeks ago. Wes Nichols, co-founder and CEO of MarketShare, decided to dig deeply into the study's data, and he was perturbed by one key conclusion. Many marketers say they are allocating more money to analytics, but the study also shows these same marketers are not applying their analytical learnings in their organizations. Nichols wrote for Forbes.com, quote, "There's still a big gap in extracting the real value in big data," which he blamed on institutional lethargy, a tendency, he said, to stick to the status quo. And that keeps organizations from making changes, he asserted. Nichols said that institutional lethargy is only overcome by significant organizational change, so he offered 3 ways to do that. First, a business should leave politics aside and create a neutral analytics, innovation, and transformation team that reports to the CEO and is tasked with disrupting institutional lethargy. Idea number 2, strengthening the CMO's hand to lead fact-based decision-making. But Nichols cautioned that adopting fact-based decision-making in and of itself is a massive organizational change. Or his third option, a company should articulate the vital answers that are being sought by the organization and then identify where the data exists to get those answers and go get them. On to some surprising client research news, I thought. Earlier this week, I heard about goings-on inside client research functions, and it was really news to me. And in fact, I was told it twice within a space of 2 hours by the heads of 2 different research companies. Decipher Inc. CEO Jamin Brazil went on the record for RBDR about numerous clients that he says are conducting more and more research internally. That partially explains some of the moribund research vendor sales reports we've been hearing for quite a while. And it also sounds as if it could be the new normal.
I can't share specific numbers, but over the last few years, Decipher's been seeing a steady trend among our customer base from market research firms to end users. Additionally, we know that the data that is being accessed and used across our end user client is greater than ever before. I can give you 3 case studies or short examples. One is among video games. So surveys are being bolted into beta tests directly inside of the game. And as the users complete different tasks or exposed to different stimuli, then they'll be asked a very short survey. Another example is corporate managers. They'll solicit internal and external feedback on key communications. Obviously, they'll be using something like a copy test in that example. And then the last example I'll provide is executives. So they conduct regular employee engagement and customer satisfaction. They correlate that data with transactional and behavioral information. So it's interesting and disappointing to us that while the end users are consuming more and more data than ever before, their spend among the market research clients hasn't seemed to keep pace. Of course, this is a vexing question for us. I think that there's 2 fairly obvious drivers, time and money. It's never been easier for them to deploy surveys through the host of do-it-yourself tools on the market. And so by hiring research professionals, they're able to grow their business analytics and intelligence capabilities while keeping it a fairly low budget line item. Additionally, most end users that are actively soliciting their customers for feedback see surveys as an extension of their brand. So end users are becoming more and more concerned about long surveys that don't look and feel or act modern, don't work on tablets, that sort of thing. You see this especially with the end users that are touching some hundreds of millions of their customers on an annual basis. If a survey creates a poor experience for a user, it can start a negative viral campaign. So I guess in a lot of ways, the host of do-it-yourself tools, the speed by which end users are required to make decisions to maintain viability in the marketplace are putting significant pressures on the market research firms, and causing us to rethink what we do and how we position ourselves in the market. Simpler methodologies, absolutely. There's an inclination, sort of a roll up your sleeves and get it done attitude. SurveyMonkey is completely ubiquitous in the market. Everyone has touched it in some fashion, and so there's really not if it's a short 3-4 question survey that needs to be distributed, have to make a hard case as to why you'd want to hire a company to conduct that. I'm Jamin Brazil, and my 2 minutes are up.
That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by 4i, the leader in insights and analytics transformation. 4i invites you to subscribe to its free newsletter. There's a link underneath this video which will allow you to do that. You'll learn about insight transformation and foresight analytics, two burgeoning fields that you may or may not be all that familiar with. Have a great rest of your research week, and we'll welcome you back with us on Monday.